departing from Calcutta. It's a 1 hour late Indigo flight. I hope that the entire schedule and the entire day goes smooth going towards Pune. Landed in Pune, approximate 1 hour 15 minutes delay. I think I'm coming here after a decade, approximate 10 years. This gentleman is here to pick me up from Pune airport. He has been waiting for 1 hour extra because my flight has been delayed. Thank you so much for coming. किस तरफ जाना है? This gentleman is kind enough to take my bag, and he is here to pick me up, definitely. If you're on the light bar, returning food happening. Checking in Pune. Worth 10,000 rupees per night, I believe.
having me over here. I just flew down today itself, a couple of hours back. And I was thinking that probably I'll be addressing the audience who are coming from SME background. For me, I'm a first generation entrepreneur. And for me, when I started my life, I was 17, totally bootstrapped in 1998. People used to call me mad, people used to call me crazy, people used to say that this guy, the kind of concept that he has got, may be completely different, not going to work. What exactly I was talking about? I just passed class 12th examination and thought that I'll be starting my own venture because I want to help lot many people to get job. And my concept was to build characters from our mythology, our epics, in a concept of making them as a superhero. Sounds different from what you do? I'm sure about that. That time, I was thinking that, who am I? In that time, there was the word which came as entrepreneur. And I really feared with the language which has got 26 letters. Because we are coming from probably 52 letters in our entire structure. So when we talk about having an apple in English, everything is apple. Oud apple, custard apple, water apple. But in our dictionary, these things are different. And I was fearing that how I can define entrepreneurship as a concept. So for me, entrepreneurship is basically riding a tiger. When you start your journey, you adopt that as a very small cup. You feed that with milk, and eventually you have an intention that this thing will grow big and I'll ride on the top. But there is a fear. Whoever is running business, it's a fear that you can't stop it. If you stop, it's going to kill you. And now this is not milk. Now this is raw meat. So your raw meat is actually money. So in time, I learned the process how to deal with money. And in time, I learned the process that when I was traveling across the world watch us as a country with snakes, with flute. And I understood that. Why snakes? Why we worship snakes? What are the qualities of snake? Okay. I'll give you a different perspective. I'm supposed to speak on digital economy, but you will understand why I'm taking these examples. Snakes has got amazing property. You can't predict them. Always moves like this. Yeah? It teaches us never ever show your competitor your next step. Snakes have got venom in their brain. It teaches you should have that, that's fine. But it shouldn't kill you. Rather, you must find someone who can create medicine out of it. Yeah? Snakes can have a property which shows that it's not slipping. In a sense, in business, you should show your competitor or your market you are not slipping. If you are hibernating, that's fine, but your eyes are open. Yeah? And it has got another amazing property. It always removes its own skin. So be dynamic. And in this today's world, if you are talking about digital economy, if we are talking about updating yourself, it is always becoming dynamic. India के अंदर हर वक्त है यार dynamism. We just forget to market ourselves, nothing else, right? So I'll be taking few bit of example from my own experience working with several different companies and SMEs who have transferred their business from a very traditional way of doing it towards leverage. Works? Shall I do that? Yeah? Cool. So I'm going to take the first example of a company who started manufacturing tea. They are not tea producers. They started mixing tea with jaggeries, with a little bit of this or no, right? Now let me come back to our organization. What happened? Virtual Become started in Calcutta. I'm not from Maharashtra. started in Calcutta, a city which is known for city of joy, but unfortunately, there technological innovation is a big gap, specifically for a product company. So what we did, we started an academy teaching students how to become our future employee. And I understood a very basic thing in my life. If I am here, somebody is doing my work, right? If you are here, somebody doing your work. So until unless I create leaders in the organization, it's not gonna go. And I cannot diversify. So what I started doing, I started taking team members instead of employees. Who can tell me the one-liner difference between an employee and a team member? Anyone, please. Trust me, you all have gray hair. I don't have that yet. I'm 40. Super line, work with you than for you. And if I may add a little bit, work with you not for money, but to grow themselves as well as the company. This is your team member. These guys are your would-be directors. Within these pipeline, you should have a CTO, a CEO, a CMO, whatever C-level position you are thinking of, or maybe a vice president or a president position. Who can tell me the full form of CEO? Again, English is 26 letters. Well, let me break the ice. In my dictionary, it is a cash extraction officer, not chief executive officer. The best role for a CEO is basically to recruit the best talent in the company. So if you are your own CEO, it is your responsibility what kind of people you are going to take. And companies run by people. People, if they are not dynamic, if they are not adopting the new technology, it's a huge gap. I'm sure all of you are using the smartphone. I don't know how many of you are using it with the best possible optimized way. I really don't know that. But I'll give you live another example of another lady who did that perfectly. She started as a normal manufacturing unit based out of Calcutta. I can't take any names because of so many reasons, but she started approximately 35 years back. So you can understand her age, right? Now, she started it with very simple dream. We'll be doing manufacturing for railways. They started doing simple product, which is basically a kind of power generator, right? Which will give extra power while you are on move. And with that concept, trust me on this, 35 years with the same concept, they cannot grow, they will be stuck. What she did, she started utilizing social media and she started learning the latest generation coding on her own business and started asking the next layer of people to adopt it. While doing all those kinds of adoption, she started saying that, you know what, I'm not the master. Let's find a master who can teach us about all these kind of new generation technologies. Two of the team members raise their hand and say that, ma'am, you don't need to hire anyone. Let us taught ourselves, give us 6 months of time and update ourselves so that we can teach the next layer of people.
Perfumery chemicals, which are used for blending of perfumes and flavors. So we are a basic industry, we employ about 200 people. We work round the clock, 3 shifts, and we handle a lot of chemicals, we react them and produce our final products. So that's our business for last 40 years.
Are you using any kind of online media to sell it, increasing the sales?
Our chemicals are actually B2B. So we sell to industries which blend perfumes and they buy ingredients from us and many other people, and then they have their own formulation, like a perfume for Lux or a perfume for any other cosmetic product is blended by our customers. So as such, that's why I wanted to know how technology in terms of what you are saying can help a traditional chemical industry. So that's why I caught up and said something different from everyone else, where these ready-made solutions are there. So what do you suggest for a chemical company which is B2B, how it can employ one of these techniques for our growth?
What you want to implement, sir? What is your thought process? You have some challenge in your business, or you just need?
Well, challenges are there. Challenges are there, like in terms of competition, we have players who make similar items. We make better, fragrance and flavor chemicals. But when we go to sell our product, generally they compare with something which is not that unique or not that having the right smell, and then we have to match that price with the competitor. So how to differentiate our product? Generally, it's a commodity chemical. It's a chemical which is there. Like one has a rose smell, one has a jasmine smell, one has a cinnamon smell. These are known in the industry, but we make very superior quality. We do sell to multinational companies who are in this business. But differentiation we are finding difficult. How to differentiate?
Are you trying to grab? I'm not sure. Are you there in the international market? Are you
yes. We are almost 50% exporting our products to Europe and US, where there are multinationals who blend perfumes and then they supply to likes of Unilever or Procter & Gamble for all their products. So they buy the ingredients from us and many similar companies like us, both from India and China.
What best I can tell you, to be very honest, if you have your all inventory management system all done, I don't think that you need any kind of updation. But what I feel personally, why don't you put maybe one or two people from your team to actually do very dedicated PR marketing with the companies on a B2B level, right? That can be done in 3 different portals. One of them is of course LinkedIn. Another one is basically a guy who started on reference business giving portal. After this workshop is over, I will give you that name. I can't do that in public. And then there is third platform, which I feel that you should opt in, which will eventually create a brand building activities for you. Use Instagram, sir, please. This is one of the best, and use the homemakers, not the models. Right? Use the homemakers to become your influencer nearby to your customer base. In the sense, if you have consumer base in Kanpur, take probably 5 or 6 influential women who are really active in Instagram. Talk about your product. Give them a free demo. Just talk, nothing. No ads, nothing else. Eventually it goes to human mind that these guys are doing something fabulous. I can go on, but I think that I will skip a couple of questions because I'm always in between either lunch or dinner with the audience. Because I'm foodie, so it always happens. So,
okay.
Thank you, sir. Any more questions, please? Be more than happy. I was supposed to speak for 45 minutes, but as an entrepreneur, to be very honest, it's my honest duty to skew the time so that you can enjoy your dinner and cocktail. Next question, if you have any. You can ask me anything, trust me on this. I probably have been through approximate 37 different industries. Worked with them very, very closely. Party company. Create a small team in your organization who understand the digital process, how to recruit from LinkedIn. I am specifically telling you this. I'm not a promoter of this platform. They don't pay me, but this works one of the best way. If you can teach them, you will understand the analytical part of how it gives you the results every time when you post. Use it as a tool for your recruitment drive. Believe me or not, you will get the best possible people. And if you don't have it, have a training wing in your organization. It works one of the best. You will eventually understand who is who can actually work with you, or probably who cannot work with you before you recruit them. Take a small fees. Don't go with charity. I'll tell you the reason. If you take a small fees, they will have at least a little bit of attraction and seriousness. If you make it free, we Indians have a tendency that anything and everything which is coming free is not worth it. So with this note, I think I'm happy that I'm here with the people who are believing in 10x growth rather than 10x valuation, and I'm happy that I'm in front of all the tiger riders. Thank you so much.
It was really interesting session, and the floor is open. I'm sure if you have some questions, you can please ask him.
So what is your business?
Cool. I have been asked not to promote my business. That's why I didn't do that. So
we have a networking dinner, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I think I can say during that networking dinner. So in one nutshell, we are a fintech technology company for last 24 years, expanding in a very humble way. We are white label partner of so many corporates. If you are utilizing or using some smartphone, I'm sure that you are using one of our applications in your smartphone, which is working rigorously to giving you security. So we are into encryption, we are into AI, we are into AR, VR, we are into game development. That's our core business. And we have expanded into a couple of different segments. If you Google me, you'll find out we produce movies as well, and we create superheroes. Have you ever heard about Shaktiman as a character? Super. That's one of our game that we created with Mr. Mukesh Khanna. So likewise, we have multiple different examples working with Hollywood, Bollywood, and of course, Bengali movie industry. You can take name of any decent celebrity. They are actually working with us, or rather, we are working with them. We create automated solutions for lot many different companies. But we'll have a networking dinner. So I think I will conclude here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arijit. Please accept a small bit of time. Appreciation from us. Thank you so much. I now call upon our geography head, Mr. Salim, to further so much. Thank you.
Late night Pune, it's about 12 o'clock in the night, and I can see beautiful trees and an empty road while going towards my hotels. I'm like watching this city completely sleeping, because when I landed it was late evening, and after the conference with Dun & Bradstreet and Axis Bank, this is the only pleasure that I can have, which is watching the sleeping Pune. But even though I can see the entire city has been changed and updated like anything, this is my hotel where I am staying, and the driver is generous enough to give me a drop late at night. Property is located nearby airport. Really like their ambience and the way they have decorated the reception, and specifically the way you can go towards the room. I'm returning from Pune after a one-day workshop with Axis and Endeavours. Simple, small, beautiful airport.